Good morning, it's your girl. And yo, let me tell you, this Monday is going to be pure madness. Stay tuned. I got a lot to say. The streets are talking. The streets are talking. Man, the streets is busy talking today, y'all. So look, the victims of the Epstein list had a press conference and they just are pushing the issue saying, look, we need to have this released. It was court ordered to be released and nothing happened. So the Trump administration held on to it because they wanted to redact his name from the report. See, his name was in there over 100 times. Over 100. So now they're still holding on to it because they want to do something even more devious. They want to take all the Republican names off, redact all their names, and just leave the Democrats on there. Say what? I am so exhausted with this administration and the things that they're able to do. It's like, what's going on with the judicial system, right? And you wonder what's happening. What's going on? Why haven't they done anything? Let me tell you why. The reason why they haven't, in Trump's first term, he did nothing. He rode the waves of Obama's goodness. All the great work that he did, he just rode the waves. And you know what he did? He set himself up because somehow he just knew that he would be back in office. Lie, cheat, steal. That's what he did, right? He knew he was going to get back in there. So on his first term, he put 160 judges around the country in seats that mattered. Two of the Supreme Court justices are his alone. Yo, what I'm saying is he got insurance from these, because now they owe him, these judges. They owe him. So this is what we're seeing, and that's why nothing's really getting done. However, there are a few judges that he put in seats that said, look, I thank you for the job, but I'm doing the job to the fullest. We ain't going to half-ass anything. So no, we're not doing anything against the law. Not to jeopardize my position. I earned this position. It ain't just because you gave it to me. It's because I earned it. And that's real talk. So yeah, hopefully we'll see the Epstein list soon. At this point, I don't even care who's on the list. It doesn't matter because who we got in the government right now, they are the worst. So anything is better than seeing any of them in there. And I can't wait until their term is over. I think it may be over sooner than later, is what I'm saying, right? Oh man, this administration is too much. And then after all of that, he wants to fight. Trump wants to have a fight with mayors and governors from other states. They're finally leaving D.C. It's about time. They should have never been there. A judge ruled it was illegal what he did. So now he did it in L.A. It was illegal and they're suing him. He did it in D.C. It's illegal. But, the mayor of D.C. is a little flim-flammy. She flim-flammy. So y'all know when it's time, she got to go. She has to go. I don't like to tell you who to vote for, but come on. She doing too much. Sister girl too? No. You talking real reckless, lady. Real reckless. So yeah, first she's one way and now she's a whole nother way. I don't know what they did to you, the threats, the money they gave you. I don't know. But it's not attractive is what I'm saying. So look, now they want to take it to Maryland and Illinois. Yeah, you guessed it. Baltimore and Chicago. Now, I really don't want them to go to either one, especially Chicago, though. What they don't understand is that they come to Chicago, they think they're just going to harass, what, black people, black and brown people? No, it's going to be different. While there's racism running rampant all over the country, I'm telling you right now, Chicagoans will get together and team up, is what I'm saying. So when they go there, I believe that will be the first part of the civil war that is inevitable in our country. It's got to happen, people. We don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. Now, nobody wants to hurt the National Guard. These people are part-time military helping out on weekends. It's a beautiful thing, right? However, he is utilizing them to do his dirty work. And look, they signed up for it, so they have to do it. But at the same time, their full-time jobs are what these people that they're going to be policing. It's not fair. But he doesn't care. He wants to pit everybody together as long as he gets what he wants. Let's be clear. The president has made over $3.5 billion. Made money. They were mad about Obama's book prior to him being a president. That book sales ain't nothing compared to what this guy just did. Nothing. And so both the governors and the mayors both said, look, we don't need your help, especially in Maryland. In Maryland, that mayor, he got the crime rate down to 68. He got it down 68%. Thank you again. It's unheard of. Mayor Brandon, that's a big feat, man. Brandon Scott, you are the man. 68% is amazing. Keep doing good work, okay? Don't let this tyrant bother you, man. His time is definitely coming. So yeah, they're not asking for help, but he doesn't care. He's sending them anyway. So listen, prepare. If you are in Baltimore and Chicago, prepare for what is about to come down. I don't want anyone to get harmed, but I truly believe in Chicago, this will be the beginning of America's Civil War. I'm just saying, Civil War of 2025 has got to happen at this point because there's a lot of things that are going on that it seems as though no one can fix or change or is helping at all. So yeah, that's going on. And he's declaring war on it. And then he has the nerve, Trump has the nerve to write on his social media, I love the smell of immigration. What? And then ICE raids a Hyundai factory in Georgia. They arrest 475 people. 475. It is the largest Homeland Security raid. The largest. And you know what? It's so much behind it. The reason why this thing is bigger than any other raid, it's because, one, for months now, Trump has been begging Korea to invest in the American industry. Come on, And then he kept going harder and harder. So they was like, all right, okay. They invested $350 billion. They just invested $350 billion into our industry. So they're building this factory, this Hyundai LG factory, and they get raided. And they're like, what? Now, 175 of them were actually, they work for the company, but I believe that they're also on visas. The other 300 were actually nationals, Korean nationals. And they were there to help build the factory because, they like their stuff a certain way. And let's be clear, most of the Asian countries are like 15 years ahead of us in technology. So those people already built factories over there. So now they're building a factory here. And they get arrested. So Korea's like, oh, no, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You beg us to invest in you guys, and you out here arresting us? We don't get arrested. South Koreans don't get arrested. Koreans don't get arrested. Usually the Asians, they're not looking for the Asians. They're looking for the Latinos. But I say, hey, Asians, welcome to the party. Because if you are not blonde-haired, blue-eyed, anybody can get it. You too. It's nothing special. You didn't know that, huh? But that's the guy you made the deal with. He don't care. But man, Korea is heated. Because they just talked to the president. He came there, talked to Trump in their office, and look what happened. They let that happen. So guess what? Now they're pulling out all their people. Those 300 people, they're going back. They were here on a visa, y'all. A business visa to build the damn factory. And now they're leaving. They're also leaving without, I don't think they're going to finish the factory. I don't think they're packing up their stuff and they're leaving. So this is why the raid is so huge. It's a few factors. Like I said, one, they never raid Asians. Never. They're only looking for Latinos, which is wild. If you're an immigrant, illegal immigrant, they should be looking for everybody across the board. Europeans too. But no, they only have one person in mind. But now that you riled up the Asians, it's different. Korea is heated. They taking all their stuff. They're telling the country of Korea, saying, hey, everybody that's Korean, we packing up all our stuff from everywhere, not even just Hyundai, everywhere. Come on home. We are probably not going to ever do business with the U.S. ever again. That's how they feeling. So this is why it's big. Because this factory, right, would have brought over 8,000 jobs to Georgia. Like the largest influx of money they've ever had in this state. All gone. Now let me tell you the culprit behind this. You probably ain't gonna believe this. But the culprit behind this is a Karen. A real live Karen. Her name is, Tory Branham. Tory Branham. She was just like, yeah, because they're doing, they're illegal here and they're handlers. She prejudged the whole situation, not really understanding that one thing about them, they're going to do things by the law. They're going to get a visa. Maybe some of them stayed later than they're supposed to, all of these things. But these particular people here to do this factory were actually on a real visa to finish the factory. So here she go, butting in, messing up over 8,000 jobs for the state of Georgia just because she wants to be a Karen. Now, for those who don't know what a Karen is, it's usually a white woman minding somebody else's business. They have done so much destruction. They should be getting arrested for these type of things. Lying on people. Oh man, it's been a bunch of Karens that have lied on black men in particular. Have gotten them arrested. They done lost jobs, homes, all kinds of things. Children. Because a Karen couldn't mind her own damn business. Right now you see them all over TikTok. You parked in the wrong space. You did this, you did that. You can't have more than this many company. They're doing too much. Now, once in a while, we'll get a Karen that's a good Karen. Now, she watching your house, making sure nobody ain't stealing. Right? Now that's a good Karen. But the real Karens like to destroy. They think they're doing their civic duty. Your civic duty is to shut up and mind your own damn business and take care of those kids you ain't taking care of. You know, the ones in them schools, the ones around them guns. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's what y'all need to be doing instead of worrying about somebody else's affairs. Because you always in someone else's business. Man, I know you guys couldn't believe that a Karen brought down this. It's a lot of money. $350 billion. Just in another day's work for them. It is incredible. And yo, that's what the streets are talking about. Say it with my chest. Say it with my chest. Yo, this pissed me off so badly. The president did all the stuff I told you he did earlier, right? But the thing that he did that really pissed me off is like, for so long, Black people have been told they weren't intelligent, they weren't good enough, they were slaves. When they were enslaved, it's a difference. Intelligence, we already know. The people with the most bachelor's degrees in America are Black women. So yeah, take away their jobs, right? Cool. That's what you're doing. But what I really can't stand is people picking on children. And our president basically said that young Black boys are gonna grow up to be criminals. Say what? Criminals? You mean like the school shooters? Like them? Oh, the serial killers. You mean them? Huh? The rapists? Like Brock Turner? No. You cannot determine that because of where somebody lives. Brock Turner is from an affluent family. And he's a rapist. Changed his name though. We still know who you are, Brock. He got 3 lousy months in jail. 3. And now he can go on about his business because some judge that looked like him said, why would we want to mess up a young man's career? What do you mean? He's still going to turn to be a rapist. Once you've done it, you are that. Speaking of rapists, Trumpie, he's 34 felonies? So don't put that on kids. Don't put that on our children. Because you don't have nothing bad to say about them if they play sports. As long as they got a ball in their hand, right? Nah, you're still talking about the Sanders boys. But what you're not understanding is this. Young men, young Black men, don't listen to these assholes, okay? Because you are smart. You are strong. You are resilient. You come from good stock, no matter if you were born into poverty or riches. It doesn't matter. You're the one they're chasing to be. You're the one. So don't give up and don't listen to the naysayers. What you could do is prove them wrong. I know they're wrong, but now you know they are too. I had to say, all righty, it's that time. We must part ways, but I always like to leave you with a little gem. So here it goes. When I grew up in school, man, there was a thing where if you were smart, you were corny. But if you were bad, then you were cool. It's a shame it's still happening to this day, right? I heard on another podcast one of the hosts say that Russell Wilson was corny. Why is that? Because he is not what you would call a typical black man. Well, what's a typical black man do, right? There's so many stereotypes, and so the stereotype is supposed to be a bad guy, not working, living off a woman, those type of things. Like I'm not understanding. Or is it because he doesn't come from the hood or from poverty? See, Russell Wilson is not unique because there's a lot of black people who have raised children in a middle class or affluent family. Not all of us are raised in poverty. And just because you're raised in poverty doesn't mean you're cooler than someone who hasn't been. There's varieties out there. You make the best of what you have. And cool is anything you want it to be, not what people say it is. So if you're in school and you love books and you don't care what the new fashion is, that's cool because you don't care what other people think. I'm just saying, I still need you to get up. Yeah, you get up, get out. And baby, you better not listen to the naysayers.